Urias is going to be out there. Sonny Gray's going to be out there. Aaron Nola's going to be out there. You could get right quick and right back in the NLCS Central mix. This is last night. Pause this. Bring me back the lineups. I wanted to go back to Game 6. I'm sitting there last night watching the Houston Astros take on Syndergaard, who didn't throw the ball bad, by the way. He was a little erratic, but he had shutouts working. And it's pretty much similar. I could argue take Myers out, put McCormick in. He had the night off. And you got a better lineup on the right than you had in Game 6. So we know it's not the offense. Roll the tape. Let's get into it. You're on the clock, Dana Brown and the Houston Astros. I know you've been to 6 straight ALCSs, but the Texas Rangers are calling your bluff. They're going out and getting everyone. They're bench clearing with you. They're letting you know that we're not going anywhere, Chris Young and company. But they still throw out Jordan. He's healthy. Tucker, Pena, we all saw what he could do. Is there a chance Jim Crane makes the call and brings JV back to Houston? Billy Epler said this is not a liquidation. It should be. You need to reimagine the entire Mets today. From Verlander to Carrasco to Brooks Raley to Tommy Pham. Nothing's tied down except Francisco Lindor and Francisco Alvarez, in my opinion. I'd listen on everybody and see where you're at. And number one for me, the guy who occasionally goes third button.
Sunday Night Baseball, he was feeling himself.
Mike Elias.
As he should.
Gunnar Henderson took a pitch last night that was in off the plate, pulled his hands in Toronto, went bridge. It's not just Adley Rutschman, Gunnar Henderson, and the young guys. Santander, Ryan O'Hearn's having a breakthrough season. They are peaking at the right time, and Lauren, you hate it, but they're ahead.
Don't say it.
Schedule.
That's not up to you. It's up to the baseball gods.
They're ready to win the whole thing.
Then do it.
But with the starting rotation, and I love Kyle Gibson, Tyler I don't know if you can get through it. You need that one more guy, one more bulldog to come in, because I'm telling you, with their bullpen.
That's why you don't play it safe, D-Row.
And their aura about them.
That's why you don't play it safe, because the AL East is not going to be yours for the taking every single year, and they have an opportunity here. Now's the time.
They really do.
They do.
They really do. They do something special today, I would do it. I would. And I know it's easy.
Because they have, as JP said, they have the prospects in the system where they can access anyone if they
really can.
So I think it's remarkable
Dylan Cease is on
how quickly
for me.
How quickly it changes. The Mets last year get into the playoffs. Yes, it ends disappointingly, but going into this season, all the hype and momentum, it's the World Series, it's going to happen. And now we're talking about just a total, not quite a tear down, but a reimagining. Whatever the term you want to use, I think it's remarkable.
I like that they're doing something
just like
about
that.
It, though.
I agree with you.
Realized
it's not working right now.
Yeah.
Let's pivot and go to another direction.
On everyone.
It is crazy how it kind of didn't work. You hitched your wagon to 238.
Dodgers not on your list?
No. They've made some savvy moves already. The Lance Lynn's, the Rosarios, the Kike Hernandez. They could
Kelly.
They could certainly be in play for Justin Verlander.
All right, we're just getting started on this deadline day edition of MLB Central. A lot to get to.
What a day.
We're going to give you some highlights. Speaking of the Baltimore Orioles, this bird was flying.
What a play, Austin Hayes.
Whoa, Austin Hayes. He said it's the best play he's ever made. Yeah, I'll say highlights from Toronto. And is there some concerning news about the Blue Jays and Bo Bichette? We'll discuss. Then in the 7th, Bryson Stott, bases loaded. He's always going to slap together a good
Left on left. He's not going to punch out. He's going to put the ball in play. He plays the game.
He does. Phillies go on to win 4-2. Taijuan Walker is the first pitcher to reach 12 wins this season. Marlins 4-11 since the All-Star break. Diamondbacks, Giants, Wilmer Flores solo homer. 1-0 San Francisco. 6th inning, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. That's down the line. That brings in the tying run. We're knotted up at 2. By the way, Wilmer Flores is hitting .383 in the month of July.
It's August 1st, and everyone has sleeves on out there.
Ketel Marte It's a go-ahead RBI double.
That's for 50 degrees. That's
4-3 Arizona. We go to extras. Patrick Bailey grounds out to end it. Diamondbacks win 4-3. Boy, did they need this. This was only the Diamondbacks' second extra inning win this season. They're now 2-3. Angels, Braves. Angels have the roughest schedule the rest of the way, and that continued. They were in Toronto over the weekend, beginning last night in Atlanta. Randall Grichuk.
Welcome to the
Yes, making an impact. Shohei Ohtani.
Walk 'em.
Watch this. His team is up 3-1. 2 runners on. Michael Harris II says, no, sir. Not on my watch. Not up in here. Both runners advance.
I love when you giggle.
CJ
I
Cron.
played golf with Rob Riggle.
How about this?
That's random.
CJ Cron and Randall Grichuk. Immediate dividends. Angels go on to win 4-1.
Big Dumper had a night.
Yeah,
he
Cal
did.
Raleigh. Solo homer. Where did that go? Good grief. We're tied. And then the Big Dumper again.
And Nick Pivetta threw the heck out of the baseball.
8th inning. Eugenio Suarez with his team up 4-1. RBI single. And then Masataka Yoshida, bottom of the ninth. 2 outs. Runners at the corners. J.P. Crawford. An amazing catch to end it.
You in on Seattle?
Cal Raleigh, 4 multi-homer games this season. That's tied for 3rd most in the majors. Guardians, Astros. Bo Naylor off J.P. France. J.P. France, really, that was the only mistake he made. Had a little trouble early, but after that, he settled in. You mentioned Noah Syndergaard. He was excellent. Had to lead this game after getting hit by a line drive. In comes a relief pitcher. Yordan Alvarez takes him deep. Astros on top 4-2. In the 8th, Jake Myers past the drawn-in infield. Astros go on to win 7-3. They had a 7-2 lead in the top of the ninth. Things got squirrely. They had to use Ryan Presley, so they burned him in a game where they shouldn't have.
You were the only one watching that night, Biff.
Orioles, Blue Jays. Gunnar
Your tone
Henderson.
stinks.
Look at that.
Solo home run, his 17th. 3-0. Now, here's the thing that we got to keep an eye on. Bo Bichette down the line, right there. As he's thinking about going to second, he ends up getting tagged out because he tweaked his knee, left the game. We're waiting on an update. 2-hit Whit Merrifield. Austin Hayes, how do you do it?
Ooh, you are fired up.
Wow, how did he do that? He said that's the best catch, best play he's ever made. Next batter, Santiago Espinal. Strikes out. Bautista had to come in for a 5-out save. Orioles win 4-2. By the way, Austin Hayes covered 70 feet to make that game-saving catch. Postseason picture looks like this. Look at that wild card chase. Whoa. Look at that. Red Sox, Angels, and as J.P. Morosi detailed,
In the hunt, we got the White Sox and
it's
Tigers.
time to lop off the White Sox.
Lop
probably.
them off.
So,
Come on.
all right. Still to come here on MLB Central. The New York Yankees continue to struggle. They've struck out 30 times in the last 2 games. Would they be sellers? Will they be sellers at today's deadline? We'll discuss that on the other side.
Yeah, our insiders are hard at work. Mark Feinsand saying Detroit is aiming high for their guys. The Tigers expected to trade both Eduardo Rodriguez and Michael Lorenzen by 6 p.m. Eastern, but sources say their asking prices remain quite high for the 2 starters. Will the Tigers lower their price, or will a contender feel the pressure as the deadline approaches? That is the name of the game. John Heyman walked in this building at 7 a.m. The Mets open to trading players under control only through 2024. Appeared to have zero intention to trade Pete Alonso. And D-Roy, you were saying, listen on everyone not named Francisco Lindor
I don't think
and
you
Alvarez.
can replace the production of Pete Alonso brings, but I think the Mets got to take every phone call.
Are the Pirates taking phone calls? They're weighing multiple offers on Rich Hill and Austin Hedge. Bednar's in there. I mean, you're getting a lot of
You have
value
to
back
give up
for
a
your
lot.
guy.
See, people,
I don't like
the Austin
Keller being
Hedges, the
involved.
Rich
don't.
Hills of the world, they make teams better.
Yeah.
They walk in and they are culture changers. They get big outs. Austin Hedges would be a great addition as a backup catcher.
Mitch Keller, you got to keep him.
You have to keep him.
Come on, man.
You'll have